Hey guys, we want to let you know that the newest issue of Modern Texas Living is different than any other, with exciting content for the upcoming holiday season. There's a unique home tour and a variety of holiday recipes. Also, there's a highlight on local educators and nonprofits within the community. Pick up your own issue of the Fall Holiday Modern Texas Living, which is on stands now at H-E-B, Walmart, local boutiques, medical offices, and more. Also online at moderntexaslivingwaco.com.
Hi, everybody. I feel like Ashley can't make fun of me for that one.
No, that was a good one.
Welcome back to Waco Famous Podcast. We have something new. We're on video today with our friend Dom, who lovingly did our photo shoot in January in the cold.
In the cold.
Well, and you rescheduled it for us and everything.
In the busy Woodway area.
In the busiest, like one of the busiest Woodway neighborhood streets.
Yeah.
We're just like, we just gotta do it.
Made it work.
We did make it work. We did
I
make
love
it work.
those.
I know.
They're
Those are great
pinned. They're
pictures.
pinned to the
Yeah,
top of
yeah,
our
I've seen
Instagram
that.
because they're my favorite.
Absolutely.
I'm honored.
It should be.
So speaking of that, Dom, that's what you do.
Yeah.
One of the things.
One
you
of
do.
the things, yeah. Like, where do we begin with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
If people say, what do you do? Like, what's your first answer?
when people ask me like what do, I'm like, I literally started off with I was like, I do a few things. I'm really like anti like boasting myself. Like I don't really like to talk about
Yeah.
really what I do in detail.
Yeah.
So I just be like, oh, I do a few things in the community. You know, I
Just for you.
work with a camera.
Yeah.
And then I just tell them my job. I feel like most people, when you're meeting somebody, they be like, and what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or like, where do you work or stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I just be like, I work for a bank. And so people's like first thought is always like, oh, like, are you a teller?
Yeah.
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 And I was like, no, I'm not a teller. I work in the marketing department.
Yeah.
And then that spawns like a whole
Then it's like, wait.
plethora of questions.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I just always tell people like, oh, I do a few things in the community, work with a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I'm about to see you a lot at all the athletic
Yeah.
events.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true.
Are you doing stuff for athletics?
So the bank is a sponsor of
Yeah.
the
Okay.
athletics, so and I'm always there taking photos. So
Okay, great.
Yeah. I ran into a bit of basketball game when I first started.
Okay, so you've done it. You've done it in the past seasons.
Yeah, I've been here about a year. I've
Okay.
been there about a year. So
Okay.
Cool.
That's really fun.
yeah, it's super neat. Like it's definitely something that's a big difference from my old job
Yeah.
where I sat behind desk every day, all day.
Yeah.
Do you do the football games?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So I'm on the field.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
Not too long. I'm not on the field too long. But they'll let me know real quick. Like, hey,
Yeah. They sure will.
Matt will come tap us on the shoulder like, hey. So,
Yeah.
but no, it's a great experience. Like just being able to be on the field and
Oh, yeah.
take all those cool selfies and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
the job that I had before was not one as cool. So I'm like, anything I'm grateful for. So
Right. You are also a fellow member of our Rogue Media family.
yeah.
Are you having fun with that?
Yeah, it's going great.
Okay,
First
good.
3 episodes down.
Okay.
I have a little podcast called The Man with No Plan.
I love your logo of it.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Yeah, that was something that as I get a little older, I learned that I can't do everything.
So, someone can help me with this.
Yeah. And so I actually went up on like one of these websites where you can buy stuff like Creative Market.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
good resource.
Yeah.
And I was just looking up album covers and stuff like that, and that one caught my eye, and it kind of like correlated with what the mission of the
Right.
podcast is just
Right.
talk about anybody, about anything,
Man with no plan.
Yeah, no plan at all. And it's actually an idea that I had like in 2017.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember because when you were kind of promoting it, you shared maybe like your
Mhm.
old tweets or something.
Yeah.
And how you were planning it. And you were
Yeah,
like, this is actually what has been a plan.
Yeah. In 2017, I posted about it. I was like, I wonder if I could do a podcast, right? And then 2018, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I
Yeah.
did like
Yeah.
a very like early mock-up of what I thought it would look like.
Uh-huh.
And then 2018, I had a kid.
Okay.
In 2019,
Yeah.
first year,
Kind of busy.
and then COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, finally now at this point, everything kind of lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
I
That's
met Mike and Corey. Well, I knew Corey, but worked with them for the first time
Yeah.
on the art apprenticeship.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I'm already here. You know, like that's something I've been wanting to do.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, and it literally came together like in a few days.
So we were gassing you up from the sidelines. We're like, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all were huge. Like really, just watching y'all do y'all thing. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like y'all took it to another level. Y'all take it to another level because like the effort and the investment that y'all put into it. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my gosh, that's so nice.
I think like something that separates people from like just doing something versus like really doing it is like how much time they put into it, like on the outside of town type of thing. Like with my friends who do music, right? I kind of believe in music more when I see them believing in music.
Yeah.
So like when I see them paying for like premium studio,
Sure.
paying for like learning how to do ads or do marketing and stuff like that, like it really like separates people.
It does.
You know, separates
really
people
does.
in the field.
It took us a while.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. We did start thinking we were small potatoes. And we were like, okay,
Whatever.
we'll get legit.
Yeah, y'all did the photo shoot and everything. You know, I think that's like a step that most people wouldn't.
I know, we might need a fall one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you always need that big
And that
one.
might-
We did
Our-
do like a fall one.
Well, you know what I mean? Like this, like
we needed a summer one, but we skipped that.
Well, and me and Ash's
Understandable.
hair is totally different now.
Oh, I
We
have
gotta-
hair. I have
We
hair
gotta.
now.
We don't
There
look
you
the
go.
same.
Had a wig on
Dylan-
in that one.
He has a buzzed head now,
Oh, okay.
so all of
Yeah.
our hair is different.
Yeah.
Dylan is not here again, so sorry guys. His work is very demanding.
That's
But
sweet, you know.
so yeah, we
Okay.
all have different hair, so we have to refresh that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's good.
but
It's a good time for me. You could always use an update.
oh yeah.
Always,
Totally.
always. I know. I still need to talk to you about my headshots.
Yeah.
Oh, still on that one.
I know. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
still
mean,
haven't done that.
I am. I was so clueless to like headshot business or
Yeah.
the headshot.
It's
field. Like,
it is necessary.
yeah. I had no
So,
idea. Like,
yes.
You don't realize you need one until like the moment where you're looking for like an updated LinkedIn or you get a new job and they're like, send us your headshot for the website, and you're like, oh,
Oh no.
About
that one's
that.
really old.
I didn't have my lips then. Hold on.
That was 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and that's what I noticed. Like, is that like a lot of people, their last headshot was like 2019. You know,
Oh,
pre-COVID.
pre-COVID for sure.
And
I mean, I
so-
don't even have. We actually just got some with the salon, which was great because I'm like, oh yeah, hairstylists need them too. You know, but you
Mhm.
forget it's actually can be for any industry.
For sure.
But yeah, super good thing to tap into if you can.
So are you still doing that? Like,
Yeah, are
fairly
you?
regularly, or you
We're, like,
do you
telling
release at like certain times? Like, okay, hey, I have these limited slots, and that's kind of how you're balancing between everything that you're doing.
For sure. I feel like a lot of stuff is like a direct ask type
Yeah.
of thing. If
Okay.
that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
if somebody DMs me like, hey, like I love your work, and what do you got running? Or not, people don't even ask like what this deal you got running. People really just ask like, how can I get on in on this?
Right.
Which I'm thankful for because I don't want people hitting me up just like, hey, like, what do you got free?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
for
That
sure.
sound the best.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Can't be more
So
specific.
and people hit me up about like weddings.
Yeah.
Or
Do you do
events. Yeah.
Okay.
But I really just don't. I heard from a good friend. She said, "Don't post about things that you're not willing to do often."
Yes.
Smart.
Yes.
And so, but
So
like,
if the opportunity seems like one you want, then you can take
Yeah,
it.
you're not
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to do
yeah.
a wedding every weekend.
Yeah.
definitely not, and I'm definitely not trying to work with just anybody
Yeah.
on everything. The older I get, and the more like busier I get outside of side hustle,
Yeah.
the more I like. Well, in general, just the older I get, the more I realize how important time is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
choose
for
where you're
sure.
spending your
Yeah,
energy.
and learning that just because I'm free doesn't mean I'm available.
Right.
Yeah. Oh
it
man,
Yeah.
preach. Mic drop.
it really took me until now, the last 6 months to know that.
I'm right
Like
with
just
you.
be free time is actually life
It's okay.
time. It's okay to be like a moment.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you know that now.
For sure. It took a while. I felt like that anytime I was free, it felt like other people's time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
felt that I was available and I should be available, but now that I have like a almost 4-year-old, now that like,
Yeah.
you know, that life is just moving at a faster pace, I just kind of realized that like, just because I'm free,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, don't mean I spend that time doing something I
Yeah.
don't want to do, but something
Right.
I want to do. You know?
Right.
Perfectly put.
Oh, totally.
Everyone needs that reminder.
For sure.
Take
Very
I need it
important.
right now, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so you grew up around here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Born and raised here.
You have a South Waco hat on.
Yeah, I'm so we go ahead. I made these myself. Well,
Okay.
I didn't make them myself.
Dom,
but-
let's talk about this. I think I've talked about it before, so sorry if anyone's heard
No,
it.
it's like,
But so I'm from Waco forever. My grandparents on my mom's side. My mom calls certain parts of Waco something that does not make sense to me on the map. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
South Waco. Tell me what that is.
You know what the boundaries of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like where is it? Like what is the area?
So
You don't have to tell me the streets, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
you know.
No, I'm not gonna say
Educate
streets.
us.
So I would say like, do you know what Waco IZ
Yes.
Stadium is?
Yes.
Okay, that's New
So
Road.
like New Road.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So that's
we
New
did
Road.
say-
I feel like New Road's like the ceiling. Well, not necessarily ceiling, but it's one boundary.
Sure. Okay.
Yes.
Franklin, that
Yeah.
holds it in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? It's like your L shape is already
Yes,
formed
yes.
now.
We're
Okay.
forming it.
Farrell Center,
Uh-huh.
L. I mean your other wall.
Okay.
And then that's pretty much it.
Would you
Okay.
include like going into like on Highway 77 on the other side of the circle, like the Robinson side, like where University High
Mhm.
School is?
That's a cutoff, I feel like.
Yeah,
Like,
I like
that's a
that's,
cutoff.
That's
the
a-
boundary.
that's a boundary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Farrell. If you come all the
Well, yeah,
way
you come all the way
up.
down like LaSalle and all
Yeah,
that.
LaSalle is definitely South Waco.
Yeah.
Like, that's like
Yeah.
prime South Waco area.
Yeah.
But like I think South Waco's pretty diverse. Like it's really diverse. Because,
Yeah.
Like,
Well, so my mom was gonna want that hat.
yeah.
She's like, I'm from South Waco because she went to Alta Vista back when Alta Vista
Okay,
was.
cool.
you
I
know.
went South Vista. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Nice.
she did too. So and then they moved further like into
Mhm.
Robinson. But anyway, it's just a funny thing that like generational Wacoans say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like South Waco might be like a little bit more. Actually, still no. It still makes no sense to me on the map. And East Waco, like it just
Yeah, don't.
it is not map correct.
Yeah, it's not based on compass at all.
No,
It's not
no.
geography
No,
correct.
but I think it's hilarious and I love that, and I do love that hat.
Isn't
Thank
it
you,
based on
appreciate
like, well, East Waco, I feel like it's based on the way the river runs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Which,
really weird. Like,
East Waco kind of makes sense because to me, I-35 is like the north, right?
Yeah.
So there is parts of East Waco that like, actually no, that's west. That's
It's
west,
West
of I-35.
Waco.
Never mind.
Yeah. I know, it does make
No,
sense.
avoid. It doesn't make sense.
It's the way the river
It's
runs.
the river.
It's a
Who
weird
made that up?
process.
That is dumb.
We need to find out. We need to look into who constructed all this.
Who
together.
said this?
I don't know. But
Yeah.
I went to all the South Waco schools, Alta Vista, University Middle School,
Yeah.
University High School.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, University Middle School.
Recipes.
Oh,
And that's where
I
my,
know. I played
um,
basketball games there.
Yeah. Now it's
Oh,
HEB
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And it's funny
So-
because you would never know.
Yeah,
You would never
you have
know.
no idea unless people ask about. The only time people like kind of get curious about is when they talk about the bridge that
Yeah.
separates.
Yeah.
This side versus
Yeah.
this side
Yes.
of the mills. And then like, what was that for?
Yeah, because it used to have all the like university stuff on it.
Mhm.
When it was
Yeah.
like the walking.
Yeah. And like University Middle, we had a track, and University High did not have a track.
Yeah.
And so like all the University High students will come to University Middle to come do like track practice and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that bridge was
Yeah.
pretty necessary to not get hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
you have a little side hustle called South Waco Strength.
Mm-hmm.
So that clearly
Yeah.
came from just like lifting up your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And why don't you talk about how that
For
came
sure.
to be?
For sure.
I think
So
that's really cool.
I appreciate it. So South Waco Strength is like a big umbrella kind of.
Okay.
I think South Waco Strength is something that like kind of pushed me into more of like how people know of me, I guess.
Yeah.
So 2018, I forget the years. They all run together.
I know.
I'm
But
surprised Whitley
it's
doesn't
okay.
know for you. She knows all the dates.
yeah. Well, I know that we just had my daughter.
Okay. That's a good timeline.
Yeah. So we were a few months into like late 2018, and before that, we were like paying for CrossFit gyms, and then after the baby came home, we were still paying for these gyms.
It's not
And I
cheap.
was like,
Expensive,
there's
yeah.
no way I'm finna go to these 5 a.m. classes with my daughter who got up at 12, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I was not gonna make that at all. So I was like, I'm spending $300, $350, and on these gyms, what am I going to?
Yeah.
And so I was really big on Reddit back in that time.
Yeah. Sure.
And so I would be tapped into the home gym
Yeah.
Reddit page, and I would just be so inspired by the people who have like a garage dedicated to like a gym.
Because those are impressive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They gather so much cool stuff.
Yes.
And so I was like, you know what? With the $300 that I'm spending every month, why can't I invest in my own and just set it up? And
Yeah.
granted, I was living at my mom's house, And so it's like, they have a big backyard, big patio. And so I'm like, I'm going to set up shop.
Yeah.
It's free real estate. And so, and so I just kind of assembled and gathered all these like equipment, like all throughout Texas. Like I remember driving to San Antonio. I drove to like Austin, Dallas, like all these places. And this was all pre-pandemic, so like people like the value for like home gym. Yeah, weights existed.
Yeah, for less than $50 a set.
Yeah. I remember getting like 50 cents a pound.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And like I'd buy like roll bumper plates for like $15 for $45. Like it was crazy. So like people were just kind of giving this stuff away at one point. And like one of the highlights of that journey was meeting a guy who was like a professional bodybuilder for like decades. He lived in like Lancaster, I believe. So I drove out there with my cousin, and he gave me so much stuff. Like we came back with a truck bed full of equipment.
Oh my gosh!
I'm talking like kegs.
Wow.
A lot of like strongman based
equipment.
So I came back with kegs. Came back with like wood blocks. Came back with sleds, farmers carry, stuff like that. Like it was just a whole, just a big assembly.
Did you have a trailer?
I did not have a trailer. We put everything in the back of the truck.
Cow.
Everything in the back
Oh
of the truck.
my god!
Riding low.
Yeah, I know. It was scraping.
Oh my god!
But no, thankfully my cousin has like a huge lifted truck, so it helped. But so after realizing that I could get my own stuff, put everything together, and had a really nice gym. Maybe in this video we'll like put some pictures.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I had a really nice gym set up, and then I was like, man, this is like really cool for me, to have all this, because I had like Rogue everything. It was like an official gym, and I was like, but it may be cool if I start inviting other people. And so I would like, one thing I really love to do is like kind of gather people.
Yeah.
And so like I was like, all right, I'm gonna invite this person, this person, this person. And they don't know each other, but like let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
And so it just was really cool to see like community form after getting your butt kicked after a good workout.
So you bring all these people to your house?
Yeah, I bring three or four people.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 or 4 at most. We just be in the backyard. When my daughter was sleeping, we'd just be out there like working out.
Yeah.
Doing like circuit training, like sander weightlifting, stuff like that. And then after we finished, we kind of always had like conversations that like led into not necessarily the deepest stuff, but like surface level deep stuff that you would normally talk about people.
Yeah.
So I was like, like there's something to that.
Yeah.
And then the whole time I'm like, just doing this for a few weeks, and then I was like, I keep seeing these like flags and these like logos that people make for their gym at home.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can do that. And so hit up my friend Adrian Ramirez. He's like a full-time video creator.
Okay.
He does like amazing wedding videos.
Awesome.
Hit him up for a logo, and he put together that South Waco Strength logo, and it was crazy. Like I didn't expect it to like blow up the way it did.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, my cousin was like, hey, like we should get a shirt. Well, you should get a shirt made. And then I called the place, and they were like, yeah, you need like at least 12.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I'm out. I'm
can't
out.
do 12.
Yeah, can't do 12. And so,
It's a big commitment.
Yeah, it is. And so, so I ordered the first 12, right? Just like asked some family and friends who came to work out. And everybody got one. And then I remember the dad got them in, posted all about them, and they like blew up. Which I thought it blew up. And then the next time I ordered something, they had like 60 pieces.
And you thought 12.
And so I was like, man, like 60 is going great.
Yeah.
And then, later on down the road, like there was orders that had like 300 pieces.
That's so cool.
500 pieces.
So, like right now today, like are you still having people come to that same spot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So what's?
Yeah. So it kind of like not necessarily fell off, but it's something that I put on ice for now.
Okay.
So, with the whole name, I'm sorry, I'm glossing over that. But with the name South Waco Strength, I was like, okay, most of the stuff I do, like my gamer tag, my usernames, they all have South Waco in it.
Okay.
South Waco Dom is like what I use for gamer tag. But I was like, has to have South Waco in it. I was like, but I don't want it to be like muscle or anything like too on the nose like that, because you see that a lot. Which nothing wrong with that, but I just wanted to go something different. And I was like, well, strength is pretty all encompassing, so at that time, I'm going to school for like different things that like include mental health.
Yeah.
And then like just seeing things around me and going through like postpartum depression and stuff like that. So like that was like really on my mind. And so I was like, well, strength can include physical
It can be,
and mental.
yeah, it can be anything.
Yeah. And so like I was like, you know what, like I have a responsibility to make this be about more than just lifting weights, but like something near and dear to my heart, which is like mental health.
I love it.
And so that's
yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so that's where strength came from, and it was really cool, like just the whole journey of it, because you know, just bringing up the subject of mental health, especially like in Black and brown communities, like it's not something that's like very prevalent to talk about. Even in like communities of raw. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really like thought about it like that. You know what I mean? Like when I came up with it, I was like, oh, I didn't know it. Yeah, I thought it'd be like a few people that would interact with it, you know.
But then it resonated with a lot.
Yeah, it resonated with a lot of people, and I was like, wow, like did not expect it. And so like you know, it was something that a lot of people could get behind.
Yeah, you created a whole different kind of community.
Yeah,
that you even thought.
Totally.
I know it was.
You're like, I just want to work out.
Yeah, I was like, I just like post workout videos.
It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah, so it was that, right? And then we did like yoga, outdoor yoga events with like Devin and
Yeah.
And then kind of it was mostly like an online platform where we just posted about mental health stuff.
Yeah.
But once pandemic hit, and I was like trying to share mental health stuff as much as I could, I just felt like I wasn't doing enough, and so I was like, like maybe. Because I was stretched super thin. Like, I was doing a full-time job, 8 to 5.
Yeah.
And then I would work 5:30 to like 7:30. And then I was in school at the same time. Full-time school.
Man.
Dad.
And a baby.
and my daughter and my wife. So, like, I felt like I was leaving too much behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I was like, I love South Waco Strength and all the other stuff I do. But it's just, saying yes to one thing, you're always saying no to something else. So.
Taking care of your own mental health.
Yeah. So I had to like do for me,
Yeah.
And so I kind of put it on ice since then.
Yeah.
But one of the other parts of South Waco Strength was that I wanted to open a gym that reflected South Waco Strength. And so like the plan for South Waco Strength, whenever I get some money, is to like open a gym.
So you do kind of want to take it off ice at some point and grow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
So eventually, a long-term plan, hopefully in the next 10 years.
Well, this is going to be a dumb question.
Go ahead.
I assume you want it to probably be in the South Waco
for
neighborhood.
Sure.
Okay,
for
great.
Sure. Yeah, hopefully. But like if not, then it's fine because like I think the mission of it will go beyond South Waco. Yeah. And so really want it to be like a mental health facility, sort of say, mixed in with physical health.
Yeah.
And then also just a gym that's like super inclusive because like as somebody who's been to like every dang gym in Waco, some gyms kind of give me like vibes that are like, maybe this ain't the place for me.
Sure.
Really, yeah.
And so like whether it's not necessarily music, it's just some stuff that I see like hung up on the walls or like the people in there may not be as like welcoming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've had those experiences.
Not the right vibe.
Yeah, definitely not the right vibe. So hopefully something that's like super inclusive, but also something that like therapists can work out of. Because like one thing that I found is that like people in the community, they either don't know where to go, they don't know how much it is, or don't want to be seen there.
There's also not a lot of resources.
Yeah, for sure. And so I think having something like people know it as a gym, right? But like people don't know if you're going there for mental health or physical.
Going for physical.
Yeah. So I think that's like something that like could bring a big value to the community.
That would be amazing.
That's a great idea.
For sure.
That'd be awesome.
Thank you. So eventually, down the road, that's like one of the many
you want to work
things
towards that. Yeah.
That and a hot dog stand.
Okay.
What don't you want?
We want to have a
gym.
And we want to have a hot dog stand.
I want to have a hot dog stand.
You want like a stand or a truck?
I want like a stand.
You gotta have a Chicago style.
See, I'm gonna have to get with you on that. I'm gonna have to get with you.
Okay, wait. I've turned her.
Listen. I worked at Rosati's from 2010 to 2012. Okay. I freaking love Chicago hot dogs.
She did.
Second of all,
she's a vet.
I am a vet. Also, I ate one at midnight in downtown Chicago the night before a very fancy wedding. So
she's legit.
Where is this hot dog stand going to be?
That is a good question. I want it to be not even South. I want it to be downtown. I want it to be everywhere that some people can come get it.
Yeah.
So like,
Is it gonna be South Waco hot dogs?
no, it's gonna be Dom's dogs.
Oh
Yes!
Yeah,
Oh my
Dom's dogs.
gosh! It's too
And
perfect!
so me and my wife went to Corpus Christi a while back, like 2017, I think.
You did a lot in 2017.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
2017 was the year.
It was.
You were feeling it.
So y'all went to Corpus Christi
Yeah. So
and got inspired for hot dogs.
got inspired.
Out the coast of Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was
Interesting.
a food truck there outside of a club that we went to.
I love this story.
It
love
was-
it.
It was called Buku's food truck.
Okay,
Food
Buku.
truck.
It's like bukus of random stuff.
Yeah. It had the most random items ever.
I mean,
Like,
the name is on brand.
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
it was outside the club, because everybody wants everything when they're outside the club.
exactly. And he was the most like ecstatic food truck owner I ever seen
You
in my
like
life.
this logo.
Yeah, I love his logo, but I love his like vibes. Like, it's kind of like Cruise in a way, but he gave me like dude who like parties hard at the club.
Yeah.
Does like substances that are not
Yeah.
legal,
I like it.
but he's like super
some
high
party drugs.
energy.
A little trippy.
Yeah. And
I
so
like
he's
it.
like that.
And then he just goes and works the food truck.
He works super hard in food truck, but like the creations that he put together, like it was like the most random stuff. Like it was a spaghetti and meatballs burger.
Oh my God.
And then there was like a hot dog called the Ramona Ayala, which is like a famous Spanish artist. And it was like a hot dog that had like jalapenos, avocado. It was like very like Mexico-based
So-
hot dogs.
Did he also sell Tums for you to take? Right?
I know I should have. See, I was younger. then,
You could
so
do-
Well,
You
you
could
gotta,
do that.
you gotta have some antacids.
Yeah, I
in
think
your
so.
Do that.
hot dog stand. Okay.
I'm gonna keep them on my belt like this, like the way people used to
You'd
have
be like-
quarters.
For $5 cash, I'll just shoot the Pepto down your throat.
Yeah, I know. It'd be like an attraction.
Just make it like one of those candy jars.
Yeah, I
with the
know.
quarter, and you can get a Tums.
Yep,
Yeah,
and you
Or
can
a
watch it like
Pepto.
twist around. And,
Yes,
and,
yes.
Like a gumball.
But yeah, so like seeing that, I was like, man, that's like really cool. And then the big thing is like, hopefully nobody does this in the next few years, but like the big thing in Waco is that there's not food for people who like are just out late.
Yeah,
Yes.
that leave the bar. Yeah.
If you are, especially like on a Sunday or
Yes.
a Monday, like if you are hungry on a Sunday and it's like
Forget
after
it.
hours or like it's
No
the
way.
evening time,
No.
yeah, you gotta eat at
You're
home.
falling asleep in the Whataburger line. That
You
takes
could
an
make
hour and a half.
all of the money
Yeah.
you probably needed to make on like 2 nights
I think so. Like
of the week.
Like, there's just such a big market for, like, late-night food in Waco.
Yes.
Because I'm tired of Whataburger.
And the line takes 3 hours.
Line takes 3 hours. People fall asleep in the line.
Absolutely.
I remember I had to wake somebody up in the Whataburger
No.
line. I was so hesitant. Like, I was like, man, I don't know what to do.
And I will say, and Dom, you're a little bit younger than me and Ashley are, but
I don't even know how old you are.
we literally
You
cannot
definitely
even
do.
like stay out that late
No.
anymore. But the years of us doing that, I mean,
But also, if we do stay out that late, we do need to eat.
absolutely.
See, everybody
Like,
gotta
that's a
eat.
game changer.
And
Yeah.
I don't want to drive over to a drive-through.
Yeah,
No,
you don't.
Like, we need to get something fast and go home.
Pull up in the parking lot
Now.
Yes.
or give me a call.
And you know what I need if I'm out that late? Something like a spaghetti and meatball.
There you go. See, like, you just be lit. And you be like, man, what sounds good? And, like, somebody would tell you, like, oh, like, this
Friggin' hot
pasta burger, that sounds
Pasta
real
burger.
good.
dog. Pasta
So,
burger.
yeah, I mean, it's just like wild concoctions like that. Though.
Yeah.
Like, man, and then like he would do this thing where like if you share a post or if you make a post like hyping it up, he would give you like a free hot dog.
Genius.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's super cool. Like,
That's
you know,
great.
because people share their food, but it's like, like look how good this was, or something
Yeah.
that's like not as like low. It's kind of
Yeah.
like low energy.
Yeah.
But if you tell me like, oh, all I need to do is make a big hype post and I get like free
I will
food,
do it.
who wouldn't do that? You know what I mean?
Done.
So-
Absolutely.
But that's like something I want to do down the road, along with South Waco Strength, which hopefully will coincide and I can like make money
Yeah.
for each other.
Oh, totally.
So, but like that's kind of stuff I want to do down the road. Like right now, I work in marketing.
Yeah.
So I do like camera and video for a local
Yeah.
bank, and then do like photos and videos on the side.
So
But, like,
if
really
you-
good.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you, I
super
appreciate
good.
it.
So if someone is like, wait, this guy sounds great,
Mhm.
where do they need to like contact you to ask you for, maybe not a wedding, but maybe like something bigger than that or something that you would be really interested in doing? I mean, do they email you? Do they Instagram you?
I do that all the time. I do it all the time.
So I always tell people just hit me up on Instagram.
Love it.
Facebook, like, I just think Facebook is the only people you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's like
That's for grandma, because grandma's
That's
putting like
grandma.
crazy stuff. on
Yeah,
her
yeah.
post.
You're like, oh my god, please.
Good girl.
My grandma does it.
And then I like,
Just
you
call
know,
me.
I like to post pictures of my kid. You know,
Yeah.
like, which I
Yeah.
don't do as often, but like I would like to, and I would like to
Yeah.
feel like not icky about it if I
Right.
post with people I don't know. That's why I don't
Sure.
have people I don't know,
Right.
but Instagram is a place to find me.
Do you have one Instagram for everything, like your personal and your photography, or do
No.
you have a separate
It's
one?
like,
Don't you?
I'm sorry. Yes, everything
Okay.
is on one Instagram, which
Okay.
has its pros and cons. Like,
Yeah.
because like I always joke with people that I feel like they don't know what they're following me for. I feel like some people don't know what they're following me for. Like, and like what I mean by that is like some people will see a good picture that I post or somebody else tags me in,
Yeah.
and I can imagine them being like, "Oh, like, these are great pictures. Let me go follow them." And then the last like picture I posted was like
Your
last
dog.
year.
It's of a pasta hamburger.
Yeah, exactly. And then like you'll see like a podcast, or you'll see like, oh, we're doing this community event, or like
You're
you'll see me
wait,
talk
what?
about like.
Who
I
is
actually
this
think
guy?
it's cool, and I actually am really jealous that you have it all in one.
Yeah.
Because I swear, the one day I am going to like misshare something
Oh.
personal
Oh,
on a business account.
I've
and be
already
like,
done it, but I just
oops.
caught it fast.
I mean,
Yeah,
not anything like that.
No,
but
I
I'll
know,
be
I know,
like,
yeah.
It would be very random.
yeah.
Hmm.
They would swipe up like, what is this?
Ashley's lit and needs a meatball
Yeah.
hamburger stat.
Yeah, so everything's on one page, which, like I said, is back, kind of, like I said, sometimes it's like, oh, like you'll get like fatherhood content,
Yeah.
or you'll get like,
Baylor football.
random stuff I do with the babies.
I'm
and
always
stuff
very
like that.
interested in everything that you're
I appreciate it.
Totally.
That means a lot. Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
totally.
That means a lot. So, but I always like am conflicted with social media because,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
gotta do this.
I know.
again.
Yeah.
I have like such a weird relationship with it. I like love it, and then I'm also like, screw this. I don't want to look at any of this stuff anymore.
Yeah. I think that's a conflict with like creators and like.
Yeah, because
creatives.
it's also such a good platform to like for our
Yeah,
podcast.
to get your
For
message
sure.
out, like
So-
it's so convenient to get
Yeah.
a message out. Man, you do need that mental
I know.
health breaks.
Mental
Mental
health break.
breaks.
It's important. Like even if
Yes.
it's just like a week off, you know what I mean.
Right.
Yes.
One thing for me that maybe work for you. So like I watched a documentary, and then it's called The Social Network or
Uh-huh.
something on
Yeah,
Netflix.
I know what you're talking about.
But it was super dope, and so
It was
like
good.
that documentary inspired me to like turn off my notifications for everything. And so
Yeah.
like with Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, I don't have any notifications for any of it.
Oh, so
And
smart.
so I just like check my phone when I check my phone.
I don't
You,
know.
like,
I don't
set-
have notifications
You
either.
really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I
it's
do drive me
clutch.
crazy.
It's clutch. I'll be like feeling anxious whenever I see like my wife's phone. Like
Oh
it'll
yeah.
be like
No.
so and so
my,
like the
my
picture.
I don't have any
emails,
social
my
media
Instagrams,
notifications.
they're all coming through, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah. It's just
that's
so.
so smart because then you just set apart time to
Yeah,
check,
yeah. And then like it feels good to
but
me.
it's not consistent.
Yeah. It's not like taking all your
Yeah.
time. But like to me, it reminds me of when I was younger and I was on MySpace.
Yeah.
And like you would come home
Yeah.
after a long day
Yes,
of school.
you're
But
like,
you would
okay,
have
I
all
did check
notifications.
this.
It was like
Yeah.
so fun.
Exactly.
That's
and
so
so
good.
like that's what it reminds me of. Like I'll get on.
If I had notifications on Instagram, I'd get one for my personal, one for my hair, one for the salon, and for Wake Up. I would literally throw my phone in the ocean.
Your phone will be dead pretty soon.
No, never.
Battery
Couldn't do
be.
Battery
Yeah,
be.
I almost
No.
just like
I was so busy today, by the way, that my phone battery percentage when I left work, which my phone doesn't even have that good of a battery, was 84%. That's how much
Wow.
I didn't look at my phone all day.
Yeah.
Whatever.
it was kind of a
That's
blessing,
right.
although I was very busy.
I feel
Yeah.
happy if I like don't have to charge my phone throughout the day. Like,
Yeah.
That's how I know my day is like.
Same.
That's how I know I'm working good.
I was
Yeah.
too
But yeah, so eventually we'll do all that.
good. Well, Dom, thank you for coming.
of course.
Yeah.
I am so glad that you are doing your podcast thing and that you're also nice enough to come and talk on ours and film us and
Yeah. It's a pleasure.
have fun, like experimenting with podcast stuff with us. And I want to have you back and maybe you'll actually have the South Waco Strength gym.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll check in down the road.
Or the hot dog stand.
If you
Something.
need crazy food ideas, Dylan is like all
I
in
know.
on that.
Yeah.
Like I wish he was here because he would have like deep
He
dove.
would have listed. He will make your menu.
I just
Yeah.
shared an account with him that's called like Exotic Foods or something, and it releases like crazy different like soda flavors or like chips, that are like all across the world.
Yeah.
And he like loved it, so he would totally gone in.
Yeah, I'll
with
have
you
to
on
link
that.
up with him.
Oh
Yes.
no,
Get
do
some
it for
inspiration
sure.
for him.
Do it
Next
for
time.
sure.
But yeah.
And I do unsponsored want to thank Headshot and Waco for our margaritas to go.
My favorite place for dinner.
It's so good.
It's so
Blue
good.
Solo cups.
Blue Solo cups that I love.
I was watching him behind the bar and I was like, are we about to get a Solo cup margarita? But then he put a lid on it. Maybe
Yeah,
yeah.
We thought we were just
Hilarious.
getting like straight up Solo cups. We were
Out
like,
the
There you
door.
go.
this is
I'm like, isn't
illegal.
there a rule?
You're like looking around,
He
like, where's
took
John Quinones at?
It's
He
so
taked
good. Our
it.
bartender was fab.
That's
He was
cool.
great.
Yeah, they got great food, great drinks.
Oh,
everything.
we probably go once every week.
It's
Every
our
week.
Yeah.
it's our fave.
So
That's our paycheck food.
I know.
Yeah.
Once I get paid, I'm like, let's splurge a little
Let's
bit.
go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That good happy hour though.
Mm.
Margaritas
$4.
for
On
$4.
Sundays or every
Well,
day?
Every day.
Oh, okay.
So
There you
Every
go.
day they're good.
I know where to go.
There you go. I mean, we don't go every day.
no.
Yeah. But hey,
No.
if you did,
I wish I
wouldn't
did.
judge you.
No. But anyway, okay, Dom, thank you so much. And we're going to make sure whoever's listening to this on our Instagram can find your Instagram
For sure.
and get all the info. So
For sure. Well, it's a pleasure to be here and
a pleasure to have you.
grateful to be sitting in front of y'all on this.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
I
for
want to
sure.
say thank you all, and I'm sure other people who listen in would like to say thank you too.
Oh.
For y'all to be putting in this work.
You're
Oh my
Something-
God.
For real. It
It
takes a
doesn't
lot.
feel like
I
work.
can't hear it. Give me some more. I can't.
I think people don't. I think people underestimate like how much time goes into like creating. You know what I mean?
Well, we really are. We're having fun with it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
I'll be back soon. If
Okay,
you have
good.
me again.
Oh, we absolutely will. And we will schedule a photo shoot.
Oh
Dear
no,
Lord.
yeah, we'll talk
So
about
y'all
it.
stay tuned for that. You'll see that soon.
Okay, bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Waco Famous podcast with me, Whitley, my main squeeze, Dylan, and our favorite perpetual third wheel, Ashley.
We are so stoked to have you as an extension of our closest friend group and on our journey to highlight everything Waco Famous.
You can find us on Instagram at Waco Famous Podcast, #Waco Famous. If you have questions about the show, would like to be a guest, or advertise with us, shoot us an email at wacofamouspodcast@gmail.com.
And if you like our show, please make sure you follow and subscribe wherever you're listening to this so you don't miss an episode. And don't forget to leave us a rating and a review.
Waco Famous Podcast is a Rogue Media Network production hosted by Dylan Holton, Whitley Holton, and Ashley Futris. Our show is produced by the man, Mike Hamilton.